Good morning, class. This is Miss Anderson, and I would like to go over a lesson with you that I want um, the skill that I want you to learn. And I want you to learn how to create an acute triangle, obtuse triangle, a right triangle, and then also the third leg, the third leg of a triangle. The right triangle will be called the hypotenuse, which is also known as a Pythagorean theorem. And so what I want to do, I want to start off by saying, reading about an acute triangle. So here you see that a acute triangle has angles that is a type of a triangle in which all three interior angles are less than 90 degrees. So if you look at the illustration, you see in the different corners the different degrees of the triangle. And so when you are using your protractor, you are going to make sure that you measure with the holes, and then you are going to draw your line to the correct. If it's 70 degrees, 50 degrees, you will draw your line outward. Okay, that is the acute triangle. Okay, now I would like to you to look at the obtuse triangle. Look at the numbers of the degrees in the different corners of the interior angles. So again, obtuse angle is a triangle that is to have 90 degrees, but is only one interior angle that measures more than 90 degrees. So you have 110, and then one angle is 20, and the other angle is 50, and this is considered an obtuse triangle. Let's look at the right triangle. The right triangle is an angle triangle, and it's actually 90 degrees, which is the right. And I want you to see here where it's 90 degrees, okay? But then this angle here is known also as a hypotenuse leg. And so you will later on see that this angle, this part of the angle here is unknown. Okay, and so when we move into the Pythagorean theorem, we have to have an understanding of what is the measurement of this leg, which is the hypotenuse leg, which is unknown. Here's an illustration of triangles that I did draft out for you. I hope you will be able to see it. But on this dotted line, you have obtuse, a right triangle, and you have an acute triangle. And I actually used the dots to kind of like draft them out. You do have dotted paper that is in your folder, and you will be able to follow the same skill of how I had drafted out. And remember, you are going to use your protractor. And remember, your protractor, if the one side is rough and one side is smooth, and I want you to know that the side that is smooth is the correct side. Okay. I want to move down here to the Pythagorean theorem. Okay, and the definition here is that the theorem in geometry, the square of the length of the hypotenuse, this is the leg of the hypotenuse, okay, of a right triangle equals the sum of the squares of the length of the other two sides. So a right triangle consists of two legs and a hypotenuse. The two legs meet at the 90 degrees, and here are the two legs that meet at the 90 degrees, okay? So a hypotenuse is the longest side of the right triangle, and it's the side opposite of the right angles, and this is considered a hypotenuse. Okay, so this is the part of that triangle of the Pythagorean theorem that we need to find out the unknown side. I would like for you to also watch, there's a video here of the Pythagorean theorem. I would like for you to watch this movie, okay? You can also take notes on this movie.
Applying the Pythagorean theorem.
So you will click on the link that is below the slide. The other slide that I would like for you to look at I want you to look at the calculation that you would use for the Pythagorean theorem. So you have, if you look at the slide here, you have, so here is your right triangle. And so this right here is A, and this is labeled B. And then here is C, okay? And we're gonna just move on down. So you also have an assignment sheet that you actually will draft out boxes, and within the box, you are going to draft out the box on the dotted line where you are going to create an angle inside, and the angle here is a right angle. And if you see, you have the A and the B of the 90 degrees, and then you have the C, which is the hypotenuse leg. These are your mathematic notes that you are going to look at. And let's look at the equation right here. You have C squared equals A squared plus B squared. If you notice, you have a number 3, a number 4. You do not have a number here. Let's apply the numbers and plug them in. So C squared stay the same, but A squared, which will be 3 times 3, will be 9. 4 squared, which will be 4 times 4, is 16. And now you're going to add 9 plus 16, you will get 25. And now you will actually do the square root of 25, which will be 5. So that means that this side right here, or this hypotenuse leg, is actually 5. So these are notes that you can practice plugging numbers in, and you see that you will have the numbers here as well. And then you can also play with the numbers and plug them in, okay? I also have a Jamboard for those, so you can actually go to the Jamboard. Let me see if it's gonna open. You can actually go to the Jamboard. Let me see if it's gonna open here. And you can use the Post-it notes. Let's see if it's gonna open up. It's not opening up. So here's the Jamboard that I did create. So you can go over to the side here, and you can use the Post-it notes, and you can kind of play with the calculations, and you can actually use your pen, and you can erase it, and you can draft out whatever calculations you want to draft out in order to learn how to do the calculations. And we can also go over this in class. your geo board. This is something that is going to be very fun. If you click on the link here, it opens up. And you can actually draw out your triangles. You can create your acute triangle. You can create your obtuse triangle. So this is something that will be kind of fun, and then you can just go from dot to dot, and it will be quite colorful. You are going to work in small groups of 5. This is your math assignment, so click on the link below and review your assignment. If you have any questions, you can go back and review your video. I mean, not the video, but the slides. Let's see. Let's try to open it up for you. Here's your assignment. Again, you are going to use the dots. You can use whatever color you want, and you will be able to draw your squares. And if you notice, you are going to what you will do, you will take your line and you will go across, and you will draw your squares out. But you are going to draw your squares out and make sure that when you draw your squares out, you are going to have either a right triangle, an obtuse triangle, or you are going to have an acute triangle. And that is so this is number 1. This is a right triangle. So for number 2 and number 3, this is more like an equilateral triangle. On all sides are equal, okay? And so this looked like this is an obtuse triangle. I could tell the way it is drawing out, because the obtuse, the line kind of leans more down. Okay, so you will be able to work this right on the computer. The other part of your assignment here, you are going to this is area of square of side of units. You will be given you will be able to draw out your own right triangles, acute triangles, and obtuse triangle. And it's actually giving you the different sides of the units, that how you are supposed to label it. And if you have any trouble with this assignment, we can do 1 and 2 together as a whole class, and then you will be able to do 3, 4, and 5, 6 with your group. Thank you, and you may begin your independent assignment. Thank you.